Hello everyone, welcome to JCGaming. Today we are going to be doing the tutorial on sword fishing for spear harpooning, I guess it is. And then we're also going to get into the best way to make money in the game. I have played this game a little bit before already, but I'm going to walk people through it so they can get a look at to see what it's really about. So let me switch over here to the game screen. So right now, this is a boat that was given to us by our uncle to start our fishing career. We have zero money. It's August 5th, 2020. And right now, they're going to teach us how to run. This is actually set up with ASD and W normally. So W would be throttle forward, S would be throttle back, steer to the left would be A, and steer to the right would be D. But I like to use the number key with my right hand, so we're going to jump through those, and then switch to perspective is going to say V. So now we're inside the boat. You can hit F to stop, and then wander around the boat. So it wants you to go to the wheelhouse. This is going to be actually E normally, but like I said, I've changed mine. So we're going to open the door, go up the ladder, and then steer from up here. And again, same thing, steering. Now, this is your map. It comes up, and you can put in custom waypoints, plan a route. Same thing as fishing Barents Sea. And this would be the fast travel. You do use more fuel fast traveling. Like if you have this location discovered and you click on it, you'll use like half again as much fuel. So if you get it running low on fuel, just use this method and travel in this way. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to put it right there, and we're going to drive right to it. Then we're going to stop, return, and of course there's a boat in our way. So we're going to go over here, get right in the middle of this spot here, because this is where we're going to be doing some sword fishing. Well, harpooning. So I want to see that we're not moving. We are still moving, and there's the swordfish up there. So see how we're moving away from the little spot here. So I'm going to move back into position, and this boat's a little harder to stop than in fishing North Atlantic. But what we're going to do is we're going to go right out on that little ledge right there. As soon as we stopped driving, we're going to cruise down there real quick so I can show you how to harpoon. And I'm stuck. Alright, I guess I'll drive again so I can get unstuck. Alright, we want to go downstairs to the work deck. And then we're going to go up into here. So we have our bows. And of course, how you aim is right click to focus, which we don't need right away. You're going to left click to stretch it back. We're going to aim at a swordfish. We actually need to get one closer than that. Here we go, right here. Yeah, right there. That's the one we want. And then you left mouse button to let go of the spear and throw it at them. And then E is what normally is to reel in. Again, I have mine set up with 9. And if you reel too hard, that happens. Or you do that right there and you miss altogether. But it's quick enough that I can get him right there. So we'll reel it in, and we have our first fish caught. We can't see it right away until we get out of this motion because we're holding the harpoon. But I'll show you in a second. And what we want to do is get like 6, 7 of these fish, I think it is. Maybe it's 5. What we're trying to do is fill up our storage hold before we go back in. That way we have a little bit of money when we get to the dock. And man, these things are way out. And you can sit out here and more will start piling in. So you just kind of hang out for a little while when you find a spot. See if I can get one from way over there. Probably not. Yeah, worth a try. We got these ones here, maybe. missed him too. But they should just hang out. They'll come in closer. But yeah, when you get done, you're going to click on a little hatch right there with your E button, or like I said, mine's set up with the keypad, so it's 9. And then you go back to driving, and you'll end up going to the dock at Yarmouth, or Yarmouth. I don't know how they pronounce it. It's supposed to be up in the North Atlantic. Oh, here we go. Now they're coming our way. Now we'll get some fish. Oh, come on. That was right on. That's alright. We got more coming. We'll go for this one. And if we get him in quick enough, I can get on one of the other ones. But I gotta be careful not to snap the line. As you see, it starts. And then he'll tire out and he'll start coming your way. And as you get him closer, he might start fighting again, so you might have to let off. So as you can hear it tighten up and start releasing line. I missed it. It's frustrating at times, but I mean, you get like 6 or 7 fish somewhere in there, and you should be pretty good for having a full boat. Here we go, we got some coming right over here. We'll stretch the line back, get ready, focus, and fire. Got him. He's close enough. Oh man, come on, come in here, don't run away. Alright, now I should get him. I was hoping he was close enough that I could get him without letting the other one get far enough away, but we'll wait for the other one to come back around, that's fine. Might be able to get this one here. So like you can see more and more coming around. So it makes it easier to just lob one out there and you'll hit something. What was that, 3? This will make 3. Ah. Okay, well, I say just be patient. You'll get them. Maybe. No. Unfortunately, though, you can't go too far back that way, which kind of would be nice to be able to move out to the back of the boat too. Oops. Didn't mean to let go of that. Just waiting around. Here comes some right here. We'll get over here to this end of the. So we're as close as we can be. Come on, fish. For some reason it's pulling all the way back over there still. I don't know why. I'm right here. Anyway, so we're gonna go over here, get out here on the end, see if I can lob one over there and catch one of those. There ain't nothing else really around. We're still sitting right here in the little spot. They'll start coming towards us here in a second, like this one right here. Can't be perfect all the time, right? Oh, come on. And the graphics are, I mean, they're a little whacked for like where the fish are at in the water. Sometimes you hit them, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it says miss and then you actually do hit them. So just be patient. You only have to do this once and then it becomes really easy. We're going to be focusing on swordfish and tuna though. Yeah, I wasn't high enough on that one. That was my bad. Let's just see how many fish we have because I don't remember. And I can't look at it till we get out of here. Yeah, mission waypoint, yeah, I know. V. Let's see, we have 3 fish, 613 pounds. And we still have 2,300 pounds available, so I guess you can fit a lot more than that in there. Maybe you could do like 10 fish. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna jump out of here, go to the work deck. As you can see, there's our fish right there. Go back up in here, see if we can catch a few more fish. You want to have a little bit of money when you get at Yarmouth to buy upgrades that you need. And so you can only do that if you catch fish. How am I missing? I went over or went under? That's alright. We got another one right there, but I can't see him very well, so we'll wait and be patient for a second. They'll come closer. Maybe I can get this one. Not quite high enough. But if we're lucky, and I don't screw up like that, we could get him on the backside. But here comes some right here. Lob it right to about there. Try not to snap the line. So what you're trying to do is you try to get, like, you know, I guess 6 to 10 fish or whatever, and that way you have a little bit of money when you get there. Oh, there's 2 right here. And of course, you know, you're only going to do this just for a little bit, and then it's going to be off to do something else, so you just need to try to be patient with it if you can. See, that should have been a direct hit. So should that one. But it's okay. We got 4 right now. We're looking to have a couple more. Bring this one, it'll make 5. So if we can get to 10-ish, we don't want to overfish and have fish thrown away. So we got one coming under the boat right here. We're going to get on the backside. See how it said miss and then hit right after it? Alright, so this will be number 6. Oh no! He got away. Oh well. Got another one coming right here. Four went right under the boat too. Come on, fish, get back over here. Come on. Nope, he's tightened up again. Alright, now we got him. He's close enough. Start looking for the next fish. Alright, so that's 6. 7's maybe right here. No. I'm trying to be patient, not go overboard here, but I just want to get this part of it done with so I can show you the real fishing. But I want to have a little money when we go in. You see, like, you can look at the map and go to your finance tab, and right now we haven't got any fish prices because we haven't been in any towns. But as soon as we have fish prices, we can look right here and see what town we're in and be able to get fish prices right away to know where we need to go to sell. And again, so our first one's going to be Yarmouth. Looks like these 2 are coming this way. Hopefully I can get one right here, get him in right away, and get the other one. Oh man. Alright, we'll lob out there and get that one instead. Gonna have to let him run again, I think. Nice. Alright, so that's 7. I wasn't too worried about that because we got 4 more coming right here. Hopefully I can get these guys right about... No, that didn't work. Looks like we're gonna get them right here. Alright, so I'm having bad luck with this today. I just need to get some fish in is what I need to do. I said get to... I'm gonna go to 10. See where that puts me for actual weight caught. That last one was 8. If I can get this one, it'll make 9. No. And if you listen to the sound of the reel, you'll be able to notice when it starts getting tighter and tighter and tighter when you need to let off the reeling again. And if you get them close enough. Alright, so that was 10. We're going to run over here and see where we're at for actual fishing. As you see, we got 2 nice stacks of fish here. With some tail, three stacks, sorry. So we're gonna look at this, and right now we could catch under 900 pounds with just 3 to 4 fish. So, you know, you can catch 10, 15 fish maybe, and then go into the dock, but we're just gonna do it right now so we can get it over with. Alright, so what we wanna do is we're gonna go over here to this. So we're just gonna fast travel, and we're gonna go like this. Just kind of cruise along. You'll see little question marks pop up once in a while, like right there. I don't know if you saw that or not. See right there? There's several of those around, and this one happens to be a lighthouse. So you want to make sure and click those as you can, because they're fast travel points. Some of them are ships. Like we got another one up here, I believe. Somewhere right in here. Yep, there it is. And something's in the way. So this is the Borge from fishing Barents Sea. We don't want that one, so we'll clear that one out, and then we'll cruise over here and go to the dock. Alright, so we're sitting right at the dock spot. We're going to hold number 9 if we can get in the right spot to dock. It'll come up right down here usually. For some reason. There we go. Alright, so we can go to the bar, get fish tips for where popular fishing spots are at. This is where we can also sell our catch, take loans out, buy new boats, change rigging. Alright, so we're going to sell our fish, and we made $67,000 off those 11 fish at $32.49 a piece. Now if you look up here, we're currently rigged for harpooning, but we're going to rig ourselves for deep lining. So we're going to go over here to this. Well, first we're going to buy fuel to make sure we have that covered. We have no boat damage, so we don't need to worry about that. You can change the name of your boat there too. So, we can't rig this boat up, can we? Alright, so we need to go wait a little bit longer or get a different boat. Let's see, what can we do for the shipyard? Nothing for the shipyard yet? Why is the shipyard not available? There should be a ship here at least. Interesting. As you can see, you can check on this. Yarmouth was founded in 1761. You can go through all that. I'm not going to read all that right now though. I wanted to. So yeah, anyway, you can get fish prices here too, but we can also go to our map now and look at the finance chart for fish prices, and we'll see that we have Yarmouth here. $32.48 for swordfish, $35 for tuna. Alright, but I don't know, there's the shipyard, there we go. Okay, so available boats, we have these currently, Lenore, Backstabber, Dexter, Coeastern, which this is a crab boat, this is a trawling bottom boat, this is another boat for harpooning or deep line fishing, but I don't think we need to go that route. We're actually going to just rig this one up for $15,000, I don't need to show you the tutorial because I'm going to show it to you as we go. You can go through it if you want. So now that we're rigged for deep line fishing, we need to go get a worker because you cannot do it by yourself. So we're going to go over here and we're going to get like the worst guy possible, which I believe is $15,000 buy-in, Victor. His deep line is only 2, which is fine. Most of the work is going to be done by us anyway, so we're going to hire him. And he's now on our board, on our boat. He's the only person we can have, though. We can only have one. And then we're going to go to the fish market, buy some fishing gear, deep lines, and we can have a maximum of 8. Each one of these lines can haul in 3 fish. So we're going to... And for some reason, you cannot use the scroll bar that's available there. Like, see how it's right here to scroll? You can't do it. So before I do that, I'm going to look at the tips in the bar to see if we can find actual tuna. We got swordfish from a week ago, tuna from 3 days ago. There we go. We're going to purchase that one because that's what we want to go for, is tuna. We get more money than we can for the if you look at the back here to the fish prices. Tuna is worth 35, the swordfish is worth 32, and this will go down a lot faster than this will, usually. It looks like it's actually a pretty good price for swordfish too, so we might do both. For right now, we're going to do the tuna fish. So we're going to go to the bottom line, because what happens is when you bait it, it goes to the top. And we want herring, because the herring is a better fish for tuna. As you can see, more green tuna fish, more blue would be swordfish. So we're going to just bait these up real quick. We have 8 of them now. 8 lines, and again, you can't use a scroll for some reason. I don't know why. It's there and not being used. Hello, Rob. Sorry I missed that before. Alright, so we're going to go back out here. We're going to look at our map. Now, we can currently fast travel right out to this spot here, so we don't have to travel through all this slowly. But what I want to look for is where the actual tuna fish is at. And see, it's way out here. So we are going to fast travel to here. Yes. I really hope that we can find some closer fishing here in the near future. Actually, we're probably going to go over here and open up Dennis Port too before we do anything else. Right there. So I want to go travel to here, probably to there, something like that. And what I'm looking for is I'm also looking for question marks as we go through here, because it's other spots that we have available to open up. I didn't see any, although I don't have. Okay, so we have Dennis Point open up now, and again, we look at the map. We can go to the finances, and now we can pick Dennis Point for fish, which it's $35.54 for tuna, $32.17 for swordfish. You better figure out where you want to go. Alright, so we're gonna check our fuel real quick, make sure we still have good. Yeah, we're still getting a good amount. Okay, and we're gonna go way down here. So we're gonna go probably to there, to here. Where's that tuna fish at? Yeah, way over here. Okay. Probably this direction, so we can kind of just get down over here. And then we're going to turn this way so that we go right across the top of that tuna fish. Something about like that. It's going to take us a little bit to get out here, because this boat's not the fastest boat. I forgot to get the upgrade too while we were up there. I'm hoping we have enough fuel to get back without having to call for rescue. I kind of made a mistake on that part. I wasn't quite paying attention. But what I want to do is I want to get to about $800,000, which if we can get up to 150, 200,000, we'll be able to get a loan to get the rest. Alright, so we're going to travel that direction up there. This right here is where the workers are at. So we have the possibility to pull 24 fish on board. The problem is we only have 3,000 kilograms of space available on this ship. So we're going to only put 4 of these lines out to start with. So my worker's going to come back here. He's going to set up the first line and get ready to drop it. And then as soon as it's prepared, it'll say deep line. It'll be grayed out where you can't set. So yeah, you can start moving the bar. It'll be grayed out when you can't set. Like, let me start moving here away from that line. It'll start when as soon as he gets it, the next one set up. We'll show you here in a second. We can also look at our sonar, see where there are tuna fish around here. Kind of behind us a little bit. Our sonar only goes down 50 meters, so we'll see how it's grayed out right now. Can't drop them. It'll go back to a clear looking when we can drop it again, like that. That was the fifth one. I didn't want to put any more of those out. Okay, so we're going to put him back over here. Actually, he's going to be over here because we're going to be using that in just a second. So we're going to clear this line out. We're going to... I mean, I don't want to waste the money on not having fish, or having too much fish. We're going to travel back around here to the first one. It's only been in the water for 32 minutes. So what we can do now, though, is well, I need to stop getting up here in the top view. Go back to the work deck. We're going to go sit in this chair so that we start fishing from this chair when it happens. Alright, so we're going to get out of that chair. We're going to go over here, click on that clock, and we can anchor up. And it usually takes about 18 hours for the fish to catch. So I'm just going to run it up to... Yeah, we're going to run it right to 18. And you hear that little beep sound right there? That means that we have lines that have fish on them. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back over here to the captain's chair, sit down, switch back to this view, and we're going to start going forward looking for those fish. Turn the work light on here. I got the searchlight out there. I don't want the interior lights because it just, I don't know, it's harder to do things. You won't be able to see things quite as clearly. So once we get up here, you see this big red circle coming out here. I have to slow the boat down so we don't go past it, and then haul the line when it gets in the right spot. And then I'm going to be out here, and you see these little circles here? You actually want to hit not right dead center. You want to hit about 11 o'clock to get perfect. And you wait till they stop swinging back and forth. Wait till right about there. And I missed that one, but it's about 11 o'clock at the top part of the blue circle to get perfects, like that. Nice swordfish. Now we got another tuna fish here, looks like. Wait till they stop swinging back and forth. Yeah, I wasn't quite on that one either. But on these three fish here, though, we just got 893 kilograms, so we are going to be over full really quick because I wasn't paying attention and I put out an extra line. Basically, I just wasted money, but the good thing is it only took $10 to bait it, so. So we're going to go over here, we're going to pick up this line, and what we could do is we could actually set out the lines and then come back. But I don't know how long it takes to actually travel back and forth, especially since I didn't buy any upgrades. Alright, so it looks like we got 2 on this one, maybe. The last one had 3, so wait till he gets swaying back and forth really far, and then boom. Perfect. That's a nice fish. And sometimes if you're really quick, before it starts swinging, swaying back and forth really fast, you can grab it. And again, the perfect helps you get bigger fish. So you want to try to, I mean, you can have workers do this when you have a boat that has 2 spots. This one currently only has 1 spot, so you just have to have him do the one, and then you do the other one. Come over here, slow the boat down a little bit, and pick up the line. And it looks like we have just one. Alright, wait till he quits swaying, and then nail him at 11 o'clock. Alright, about there. I mean, it might be between like 11 and 1, but you would need to be above the center circle. It's, for some reason, the center circle does not work for hitting perfects. But as soon as we can get to the ocean runner boat, which I believe is, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be up over here. So there's another port right here called Lockport, and then this one up here is Lunenburg or something like that. And that's where we're going to go to get the ocean runner. But it costs, like I said, 700,000. I think it's 695 or something like that. And when you get that boat, you can haul 40 of these lines with a 40,000 pound capacity. The most I've gotten in one shot though was 31,000 pounds. So if you think you're going to go out there and fill up your boat, you're not. It's not going to happen. So you got a little jumpy on that one, hit okay, but that's all right. And unfortunately, you're going to have this come up a lot, where you have like tons and tons of space out here. Actually, it might have been a good thing we put that 5th one out. We're only at 2,400 pounds. But on the next one, we're going to have a little bit bigger, so we're going to put out all 8 lines, because I want to get the storage capacity when we get over there. But currently, we have 6 tuna and 2 swordfish. Looks like we got 2 on this one. Nice little tuna. And you see how the graphic is coming up this way? It's always going to be tuna if it sticks out straight. If it turns sideways, it's going to be a swordfish. And 566, so we're at, how much remaining do we have? We have, could have caught 27 pounds, or 27 kilograms more. So we're going to put him to rest, because he doesn't need food. For some reason, there's not a food spot. He can't cook here. And then we're going to check the prices real quick. And right now we got $35 a pound at Yarmouth, or a kilogram at Yarmouth, and then $35.56, and it's $32.11 for swordfish at Dennis Point, and $32.47. Well, we don't have much in swordfish, so we're going to go with the better price at Dennis Point for tuna. So we're going to come out of here. How much fuel do we have anyway? Oh, we got like 3/4 of a tank, so we're fine. Scroll out here, and then we're going to cruise up to Dennis Point. And it's 16.7 nautical miles, 8 speed. If you watch these tips down here, each one has different stuff. Like each port has different types of boats for sale. When you get your radars and stuff, and little of this, little of that, you'll see further out. So we're going to catch $100,000 worth of fish right here. So we're going to catch that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the dock, make sure we have fuel, because that's a necessity. Make sure we repair. And then we're going to go do some upgrades. Number 1, max storage, an extra 3,000 kilograms. Number 2, oh, and the nice thing is too, about this, you don't have to buy each one like you did in Fishing Barents Sea. You can just buy the biggest one. So we're going to go for the better engine. We're going to go for the bigger radar. I mean, I don't want to spend too much money on this because this boat is not going to be around for very long. I do want to be able to see further down, so we're going to go, at the 250 is what we're going to get. The searchlight, again, we don't really need that right now because we're going to be switching the boats out. The buoys, we can see just fine with this boat, so we're not going to change those. When we get to a bigger boat, we're going to want to use the bigger buoys. Alright, so we're going to check out $29,000 what we have. We're going to have about $100,000 left over. Now, if I really wanted to go into debt right this second without going out and fishing one more time, we could go and borrow money. Now, it's a $60,000, but the problem is that $60,000 is more than once. So you can take out, I think, 9 of those. We'll do it real quick, and if you pay them off instantly, there's no interest on it. So you're gonna go like this and go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of them at a time. Not enough. Only $578,000 to, but I need like 690 something. So we're gonna repay that back right away. And the more money you have available, the bigger loan you can get. All right, so let's go into town and look at the bar. See if there's any new tips for, we got swordfish 3 days ago, we'll take that one. Hopefully that's closer. Look at the map real quick and see if it's a lot closer. We're going to go for sword fishing, which it's right here. So we're going to go rig up for sword fishing now, which is just a different bait is all it is. We already have the same gear. So instead of buying herring, we're going to buy squid. And unfortunately, when you do this, you have to purchase each one individually and switch back to squid, or it automatically goes with herring. Now, granted, somehow we had 2 herrings up here. Okay. I want to unbait those and put squid on. And squid. Why did it? Okay. Remove herring. Put squid on. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and then we got one in the rack which actually is going to have herring on it. So, nothing I can do about that. It's already set up to be dropped. And then we're going to exit out or hit escape to get back into this view here. We have to get outside this purple line before we can use fast travel. So what we're going to do is we're just going to turn right. Yeah, it's hard to see the purple line, but it is there. If we look back now, you can probably see it better too. Some of them are different colors. This one happens to be purple, but it's right in front of that little dock right there is a purple line. But now that we're away from that, we can use this to travel. And where we want to go is right out to here. So we're just gonna, I don't know, somewhere, probably right there. And then we're gonna turn, go in this direction so we can go right across the top of that swordfish. As you saw, something right there just popped up. That is a harbor, I believe. In fact, we'll get there right now. Then we'll come back to right here. Nope, that's the Toby, okay. So the harbor's down, this one down here. Alright, so we're going to clear that out. New waypoint to right about there. And then set up another waypoint going about there. We want to stay in this color of water, not this color here, because this is too shallow, we won't get good returns. So now that we have this set up, let's look at the sonar real quick. And it says 157 meters, which is good. We want to be at least 100 meters for swordfish and tuna. As you can see, there's a tuna right down there. So this is supposedly the front of the boat, and this being the back of the boat. I'm not quite sure how accurate that is. That's just what I've been told in videos that I've watched. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till this gets about to the middle of the boat, and then I'm just going to start dropping lines. And we're going to head that direction, go right across all these swordfish, and hopefully we're going to catch a whole bunch of them. And we're going to put out all 8 lines too. Probably did not put this out far enough too. Maybe probably out to about out there. we'll just keep cruising out here, and suddenly as you can see all the tuna fish and cod. And there's that one's a cod. That's a swordfish. That one's a tuna fish. That down there, I believe, is a haddock. If you're ever uncertain, you can go over here and look too. Yeah, that one was a haddock. Might have been a silver hockey. But hopefully, we can get a full load of fish off of this. And if we can't, that's okay. We'll go in and sell it, and we can upgrade to a better boat after that. Again, you're going to want to have probably about 800,000 to 900,000, I think, in total, to make sure that you can get the boat and do the upgrades you need here. Because you want to upgrade the storage, you want to upgrade the engine, you want to upgrade the searchlight, the radar, the buoys, and then of course you have to hire another worker too. And we have to travel over there to get it. So that's another thing you gotta worry about too. We got one more line to put out here, and we'll swing around, get to the beginning of it after we put the worker to rest. So we have no more lines. They'd be up here showing if we did. So we're just going to turn around, cancel that one, and we're going to go like this. I don't know, to about there, I guess. Fast travel, and the first one was put out 30 minutes ago. So again, we're going to get up from the boat, the captain's chair. We're going to walk over here to the anchor up, and we're going to go, let's just straight to 18 hours. I mean, that's the best bet we're going to have. Alright, so all lines have had a trigger mark. And if you're doing everything from the captain's chair, this right here, little indicator light right there, it's flashing, that tells you when you have a bite. I don't do it from here. It's really difficult to line up for everything. And of course you can't really move your workers around and have good access to all this information over here. I mean, yeah, it's in there. It's just not easy access to it. So let's run over here and get these couple of lines. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off this one, go back to town, sell, and see if we can get enough money to get that one. I really don't like going straight into the sun. That's alright. I'll make it work. Alright, so we got 2 fish on this one. They're both tuna fish, which is good. Got that perfect mark. And then the rest of them should be all swordfish. Well, I mean, we have a chance of catching tuna fish on the swordfish bait, but most likely it'll be mainly swordfish. So we got 372 kilograms, which is, you know, what, 20th of what we can catch. 18th, I don't know, something around there. So we'll screw it up here. Get all these lines picked up. And this one looks like 1 fish. Oh boy. That's not good. Especially if I don't hit perfects. Although, swordfish can be pretty heavy. I mean, that 1 fish was 226 kilograms. Pick up this one. Hopefully we got 3 fish on here. I see 1. Bummer days. That's alright though. 1's better than none. I've had them sat for 18, 20 hours and have 0 fish on them. And it says you either left it out there or picked it up too soon or left it out there too long, when you're right in that perfect window for the right amount of time to be out there. So just kind of a barren spot, I guess, for no better way to put it. What do we got? What do we got? We got 2 fish. Again, which is fine. Every little bit helps. We're just trying to get a little extra money in the bank so we can make a bigger loan. We got 4 more lines, and we got I don't know, not as good a fishing this time. We only got 1,300 pounds in so far, or 1,300 kilos, I mean. Looks like 2 swordfish. The one thing I noticed on this game too is with the long line hauling, not the deep line like we're doing right now, but the long line hauling for cod and redfish and things of that nature. The gaff hook does not. It's not the same. I mean, it's the same type of thing as fishing Barents Sea, but it gives you way less wiggle room for hitting perfects. Got 2 again here. I love how this one guy just walks across the buoys over here. See? Just walks right through them. We'll just pull over here and drop it down. Oh, and another thing they found, look at the radar real quick too. Remember, there's plenty of fish around here. They're just not quite on the bite, I guess. But the graphics for, oh, we got 3 this time. The graphics for catching fish on the other types of fishing, like the long lining and stuff like that, whether they're gutting or whether they're gaffing, it's kind of funny. It's like they're swinging something that they can't figure out how to swing, and they're kind of hacking at the fish when they're gutting them. It's kind of comical, actually. But all right, so we're up to 2,833 kilos. Get this one picked up. We got another boat over here. I don't know what he's fishing for, but hopefully I can get 3 fish on this one and have it be perfect. Maybe get us up to 3,500. Well, we got 2 fish, but one's a tuna fish, so that's good. Alright, so 486. Alright, we'll put this guy back to rest. Nothing else we can do because we have no more baited lines. And you can't bait them at sea either. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go up here to Digby, because I don't feel like traveling that far to go to the other spot to separate half the fish here and half the fish there. So we'll dock here at Digby. Yes, we're going to sell our fish. Another 107,000, so that'll put us like 200,000. Now if we go to town and look at the bank, we can borrow 110,000 per one of those things. So we could go and get that boat right now if we wanted, which might not be a bad idea. Let me see what we can take out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have a little over $1 million. And of course, if we don't use all that, we'll pay it back right away. But if we look at the dock, the shipyard, available, we have the Legend, the Toby, and the Full Throttle. Neither one of which we want. We want to go after a different boat. It's like this one here says you can haul 8 lines. Well, this one here says rigged for both harpoon and deep line, but it doesn't tell you how many it can hold. It's like 8, no, it's like 10. And this one only holds like 12. So neither one of which are worth paying the money for. So what we're going to do is we're going to, hopefully, I didn't open up any, did I? Oop, okay, so we're going to fast travel. We're not going to fast travel any of it. We're going to escape out of that. Yes, because we're switching in boats, we're going to just pull off of this little purple line here. And we're going to fast travel over to the Lunenburg, I think it's Lunenburg, town to get the better boat. So we're going to go this way, and we'll just cruise through like this. Try not to hit anything on the way. Unfortunately, we have to go around. All of this. We'll actually come back through and go through that because there'll be some stuff we need to pick up out of there. We need to go way up over there, so we're just going to travel straight to there. Something like that, I think. And it's going to take us a little bit, a few minutes. You see the question marks popping up. I'm just not going to stop and deal with it right this second. We'll get it in a minute when we have the better boat. Like I said, we also have one that we passed down here that we need to open up too, but alright, so we have discovered this. See how it's red on this one? So we're just going to go over here. We're going to dock up. Sell the fishing lines we have on this boat, because we're not going to use it again. Well, I want to make sure that the boat's here first, because I'm pretty sure it's this spot. Alright, so shipyard. Now, ocean runner's the one we want. And it's not here, so it must have been at Lockport. Whoops. Alrighty. Well, in that case, yes, we're going to back out of here real quick. Well, slowly, because it doesn't back up as fast as it goes forward. And we're going to head over to Lockport then. Don't hit, don't hit, don't hit. Oh, don't hit. Ah, I hit. Put him on, he doesn't have repair. Okay, so hopefully we don't sink on the way. And where's Lockport? Okay, it's right there. And unfortunately there's a weird thing right here. So you can't actually fast travel into that. Of course something's blocking my fast travel. Because we didn't clear out this one. Alright, clear them all. I'll just do it again. What a pain. Alright, now we're going to go down to right about here, here, and here. Hopefully nothing gets in our way now. Yeah, there's a spot right there, just open them. And a lot of those are, some of those are ships, some of them are, like this thing here, the lighthouse, so that you can fast travel to places. But we can look at the logbook, statistics, see that we've opened up 6 of the 39 possible spots, and that includes ports like Yarmouth, Dennis, and the last 2 that we're doing right now. Okay, so as you can see, there's a concrete wall right there, and there's a concrete wall right there. So we're going to go in here, we're going to clear out this, and see if we can get right to the edge of that one. Alright, so there's the one wall right there, the other wall is right there, and our docking spot is right there. So we're just going to cruise over here. This one actually turns pretty good, so it's not too bad. And we still got half a tank of gas. Now I could just take the map and click on that, and it would travel me right over here, like this, since I discovered it. Sure. Travel 156 meters for 2 minutes. And it pops me right in the right spot. I don't have to travel anymore. Shipyard. Available. Ocean Runner. 695,000. So, it can be rigged for deep line and lobster fishing as well as long line and nets and crabbing. So, because it can do deep line, it's the same amount of hooks as the long line. So, that's what you need to go by. And when you're looking at boats, and if it can be rigged for deep line fishing, which is what we're going to be doing, this is how many hooks it can hold, or how many sections that it'll hold. So we're going to buy this boat. Yep, congratulations, you purchased your first long line vessel. And it'll ask you if you want to go through the tutorial. We're not doing long line, so it doesn't matter. We're going to go to dock, we're going to go to rigging, we're going to go to rig for deep sea, and buy. We do not want to do the tutorial because, again, I've already showed you how to do that. If I clicked on this, it'll pop it up again. So every time you click on it, if you haven't clicked that little box right there, it'll pop up in case you need a refresher course. You can also rig for lobster. You can also rig for net fishing. The net fishing, from what I've seen in other videos, is still a little broken. Like the nets get damaged when your workers are trying to pull the nets in. Alright, so now we're going to go to upgrades. We definitely want max storage, which is another 20,000 kilograms. We could probably get away with 10,000, but I've actually had 32,000 pounds on, so max storage. And we want max engine, another 90,000. We want the max radar. The autopilot is okay, but I've never really actually used it, but it's fairly cheap. So, I mean, if you want it, get it. All it is you put a preset course, click on autopilot, and it'll go. The problem is it won't go at the fastest amount. So on this one here, we're probably not going to be fishing more than 1,000 meters in this type of vessel. So let's just go with 1,000 meters. There's no reason to spend the 15,000 on it if we're not going to be fishing the area. The buoys. These are a lot easier to see because they got flags and lights, and it's just, I mean, it helps to see them. So we're going to get the biggest one that. The gutting table. We don't gut when we're doing rigging, but if you wanted to rig for long line fishing, I would suggest getting the gutting table. Searchlight. Might as well upgrade it. I mean, it lets you see further out there, which is kind of nice. And then the thrusters. Side thrusters. A lot of the traveling you're going to be doing is not going to be right up at the dock, so there's no reason to have the side thrusters. But I mean, if you wanted to, you could add them. I personally haven't needed it so far. So 209,000 total, and we're going to check out. Now all that stuff is on this boat. This boat also, since we now have it owned, can hold 4 crew members. We have 1 on here right now. So we need to go back to the town and the crew. And again, I would just go with the cheapest ones because you can build them up. They're easy to build up. Let's see. 1.3, 1.3, so this one and that one. Looks like. This guy we can use for repairing and cooking. This guy, deep lens 3. He's a pretty good cook though. I like Derek. What's this one here? Pot cooked, deep lining 4. I mean, if you wanted to spend the extra money, you could go for the most expensive one. What is that? 42,000. And this is his skills, but his stamina sucks. So your best rate is to go, just like I said, go for these ones with the big stamina bars, and then build their things up here. So let's see, we got 3 so far, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. We really don't need more than that, but I'm gonna do it just because. I'd like to build these guys up before we get into bigger boats. Alright, and then we also need to buy new fishing gear. And unfortunately, again, it has to be done individually, so it's a lot of this clicking. It used to be where you could like just scroll the amount up, but for some reason you can't do that anymore. Same thing with baiting them. You used to be able to do that, but now you can't. And again, I think that we should probably do sword fishing right now, so we're going to go to the bottom one and then click each one of these to squid. And the reason why I say go to the bottom one is because every time that you do this, it pops the baited one at the top. So you'll have all those baited squids up top. And you know, you can just cruise along here, and I would suggest making sure you do every single time the same one, because if not, you have to click on them while they're trying to bait and change the pots, and it can be a pain. I wish we could buy extra bait so we could rebait while we're out there, in case we get like a really bad spot or something, that we could rebait and put our lines back out. But unfortunately, they don't have it set up that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one run, and we have 40 lines now, all baited with squid. Alright, so we're going to get back, and the other thing I want to do is the hook. I want to get the better hook. I'm not sure if that works for swordfish and tuna also. I know for a fact it works for all the other fish that you have to gaff. But we're going to get that. We're also going to get the knife for when we need to start gutting. And we might as well get the binoculars too, since, I mean, why not? Alright, so we'll check out, and we have $85,000 left, so we can't even pay off one loan. But we can check the bar for tips. Tuna from a week ago, free, might as well. Redfish from a week ago, free, might as well. Anytime you can get free information, might as well. So if we go out here and scroll back and look, tuna fish, both from 7 days ago, and redfish from 7 days ago. And as you can see, my radar is way bigger, so now we see this spot here. So we're actually going to go to that as soon as I get out of the dock area. It's going to be just a quick backup, and now we have 4 workers. Again, I really don't think we need 4 workers, but it's nice to have them anyway. Nice big searchlight that shoots out there. I believe if you hit K, you go into searchlight mode, where you can change the distance so that it travels out there. Stop searchlight mode, and then we need to get out of this spot here, which is kind of a pain at first, especially when you can't see. But those flashing lights help, because we're going to go right between those. So right here, this one sticks out a little further too, so if you have a boat that's way down deep in the water, you don't want to cut this too close. But there's another boat sitting right there, so we're going to have to come a little closer than I want to. And then as soon as we get out of here, we can fast travel. Alright. So we are safe to maneuver. So I want to go straight to here. Out to here, where's that spot at? There it is. And right there. It's probably going to be a lighthouse. It could be a spot to pick up a lighthouse. This one right here is probably going to be a boat. So because we want to unlock all the boats too, we're just going to travel up here and grab this before we go out fishing. Alright. Yep, the Snar's it, which is a decent boat. Alright, so we're going to travel to there, and then we're going to look for, this is from 4 days ago. We did alright over there, so let's just go ahead and head out to probably about here and turn this direction. And then what I want to do, I thought I just saw another question mark come up. And then what I want to do is I want to try to go between right here. So I'm going to put a line that's about there. And see how I did 4.9 nautical miles? That's because I'm going to actually straighten this up to where he's going that way. But I'm putting these things 100 meters apart. So 40 pots, that's going to be 4 nautical miles. So we'll probably end right about here, which is about where the fish are at anyway. And if we look at the sonar, we have lobsters down there, but no fish. So there's no reason to drop nets here. We're going to just hit full speed, travel that direction for right now. I am going to put whoever the best deep liner is. Actually, it doesn't matter. For the setting of the pots, it doesn't matter. So we'll put, we're going to put Victor right there, setting pots. And then we're going to look at the other two to see how good they are for deep line. We got 3 on Rudy and 3 on Derek. Josh is a 3 also, so either one of those 3. We have 0 damage, so who's the better cook? We got a 3 on that, we got a 6 on Derek, so Derek's going to be our cook. And then these 2 are set up for this deep line over here. Alright, back to sonar. That looks like a tuna fish right there, but I want a little more than just one. There's a tuna fish down there. That is not a swordfish. I mean, we can still drop lines near and catch fish. It just won't be as profitable. Because we're probably going to get like 1 fish on there or 2. So I'm going to pause this for a second. We're going to fast travel a little bit more. Get this down to like 4 maybe. A little more than 4, but that's okay. And keep traveling that direction and see what we can see. Now we're starting to see swordfish. So now, so to get this thing up to speed, we're going to drop the first one. And hopefully, there'll be a whole bunch more. Alright. Yeah, that's a bad graphic design right there where it does that. Kind of brings you to the boat and then back out when you're dropping lines. But as you can see, we can't bait right now until it goes to this. That's a swordfish right there too. He's up close to the ground. I don't know why we're not seeing him. He's probably a top of the water one. There's a boat out in front of us too. Right there. And if I go into here and look, you can see it right there. So yeah, we're just going to drop all 40 lines out in a line. See what we can do here. Try not to hit that boat when we get up closer to him. That I believe is a cod. Those are swordfish, those are tuna fish. That's a haddock or silver hake. So we're getting into some good fish here, that's fine. You can also mark the fish on the map yourself by, I think it's left clicking and dragging, yeah. And then if you want to get rid of that, you just right click it. And sometimes you'll see buoys out here, they're not yours, and no, you can't pick them up. Hello Rob, again. left a little bit so we make sure I miss that guy. Which is okay. That's not a big deal. How you doing, Rob? Yeah, no worries. I like the graphics of this game a lot better. I wish that the tips would be a little more accurate for what kind of fish you're looking for. Like when you go pay for tips in the bar, that you should get like a section that, like in Fishing Bear and Sea, where like this section here is highlighted where the fish are at, instead of just being a little icon like that. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of swordfish here. Some tuna, some, I think that's haddock. Maybe some hake or whatever, but swordfish, tuna, swordfish. I mean, there's definitely some good fishing in here. The one really good thing is you can actually skip time out here in this game, where you couldn't skip time in Fishing Bear and Sea unless you were at dock. Some cod looks like, maybe. I think that's cod. Yeah, that's cod. But anyway, we got snow crab, we got lobsters too. Lots of different things. You got the silver hake, which are new, swordfish and tuna, which are new, snow crab you had in the other game, and then lobster's new. So I mean, there's 4 different types of new fish in this game compared to Fishing Bear and Sea. I have not done any lobster fishing yet though. It's only good from April until June, I believe it is, and we're in August, so it's going to be a little while before we get to that part. But we could do some crabbing here soon. Because I believe the crab, if we look at the wiki real quick, go to fish types, snow crab, they start in November 1st to March 31st, so here in a few months we could do those. Some more swordfish, tuna, swordfish, tuna. So I mean, we're definitely in a decent spot, and we're deep enough. It's 146, and it says to be at least 100 meters, or they won't be as effective. They'll still work, but they just won't be as effective. You'll catch like 1 fish when you can catch up to 3 fish. And yeah, there's a max of 3 fish per line. So if we were to get a full haul, we'd have 120 fish come in. But each fish weighs, you know, 200 to 400 kilograms. Sometimes you can get a tuna fish that'll go all the way up to like 700, 800. Not very often on that though, it's rare. And it doesn't take long to set all these lines out. You just, like I said, go back to the beginning of them. Anchor up, speed the time up. I've found out that it has to take about 18 hours, 18, 19 hours to get all of them lit up blue. Just they'll light up in different sections if you do it. Like if I did it 1 hour at a time, I might have number 27 pop off with the bite, but 1 to 20 won't have anything. Quite a few swordfish and tuna. I mean, like if we back it up to 1,000 meters, there's tons of them in there. Which is kind of what we're looking for. I mean, we see a few other fish too, like there's a silver hockey there. There's a codfish there. Snow crab down there. I mean, lobster down there, which obviously we're not having. This boat will actually do lobster though too, if I'm not mistaken. I can check the wiki here in a second because we're not docked up, or we can wait till we dock up. But as I said before, the finance thing though, because we've opened up 4 different towns now, we have the ability to look at 4 different prices. So swordfish is 32 and tuna is 35 in Yarmouth. In Lunenburg it's 25 and 45. Lockport is 25 and 45. And Dennis is 31 and 35. So it looks like Yarmouth is the best for tuna or for swordfish right now, and Lunenburg or Lockport comparable. Yeah, Lunenburg would be the best for tuna fish. But again, if we only have like 3 or 4 tuna fish and we have mainly swordfish because that's what we're baiting up for, I'm not going to worry about traveling over there for a few dollars difference. We definitely have some cod and some other fish in here too. Like that's a haddock. That might be a pollock actually. I get those two mixed up all the time. So we got 34 of 40 out. We got 6 more to go. See how the workers are doing. We have no food made yet. And it's showing 4 there because he already has one in the line ready to go too. He's finally made 1 meal. Wow. That is slow. He's going to stay there till he makes 4 of them. And then he can rest. Alright, we've got 3 lines left to go here. And then we can start catching fish. Now, you can set it up where there's only 1 person over here, and you would be the second person, or you can set it up to where they'll pick them up. You're going to get a whole lot less perfects and more okays, but it's alright. Alright, so Derek is cooking. Victor can go back over here. We'll close this down for a second. Open up the map. Remove that. And because we kind of did a circle around that boat, we have to go up this way a little first before we go over here. And then we're going to travel back over here and get as close to this one as possible. And just wait for him to get over here. And as you see, we're going to be right at 3 hours. So hopefully, he's still only got 2 meals prepared. Alright, so again, same thing before. You're going to get out of the captain's seat and go over here to the clock that's on the wall. And then we were at 3 hours, so we're going to fast forward. Let's just start with 14 so I can show you. Let's see, oh, they're all going to be popped this time, okay. Normally 18 is where they're all popped, but we're going to do 1 more hour just to be safe to make sure we get that extra, maybe we'll have 3 fish on 1 instead of 2 fish. So we're going to get in the boat here, And of course, you have no interior lights at the moment because I didn't turn them on, so that's the searchlight. We want that on. There's the interior lights. Okay, so use the horn. We can't really check that. I mean, it doesn't really do anything. You can look at it that way. We can anchor up if you want. Or I guess that's only used in port. But we have the throttle controls here. Call for radio in case we have problems. Our sonar, again, you can see where it's at. What the sonar is doing. How fast we're going. The time. What our catch is right now, which is 0 at the moment. Or we can call the crew for help. Or call the crew to have them do work from the captain's seat. This is going to go here, and this is going to go here. Now, when you're putting 2 people over here, and you go to put them back, you can't pull this guy until you've pulled this guy. So we can close out of that. I'm going to go back to this view. We're going to turn that part off, and we're going to catch us some fish right up here. I'm not really worried about knowing how many pounds of fish come in right at the moment. What I want to see is I want to see the graphics of the... I do need to turn off the interior lights, so hold on. Interior lights off. And H. Alright. Because now with this view, see, that one's only got 1 fish in it. You'll be able to see how many fish there are, but you should be able to see like that was an okay. So we're having to start from scratch and get these guys' skills up. They're only at level 3 right now. So we're just going to cruise up here to the next one. Again, like I said, I'm not too worried about having fish on every single one. We should have a fish on every single one, but hopefully towards the end we'll have like 2 or 3 on each one. This one's got 2. And that's a swordfish. And this one come up, and then you'll see, because like how the graphic is where they turn sideways when they're pulling it on, like that right there, it'll be a swordfish every time. The tuna fish will be sticking out this way. So we'll just cruise along here, we'll catch some fish. See where we're at. We got 2 on that one also. Sometimes you can also tell what you have for fish if you're in a different view, but yeah, those are with the swordfish. It's just hard to you have to keep moving back and forth like this to notify or notice which ones they are. Like I said, if I had the HUD on too, you'd see that one was 556 pounds. If we click on that real quick, it'll actually show us everything we've caught here recently. So we got 155 on the first one, 633 on the second one, 566. So we can just read all and get rid of all these real quick. So then everything that comes up is going to be fresh. The most I've caught on one deep line is 1,146 kilograms. One fish. It's alright though. I'll take the 1 fish. 1 fish at what, 200 kilograms at $35 a kilogram. You're looking at a $1,400 fish. No, $700 fish. We got 3 on this one though. Swordfish. Swordfish. Don't miss any. Just get goods or okays or perfects. And that's a swordfish too, I think. Oh, nice, perfect. And it'll make that sound every time a perfect's hit too. 2 fish. And of course, if we want to bring the hut up, we can do that and look to see how many swordfish we have. We have no tuna fish so far, which is okay. I'm okay with that. And how many kilograms we have, you know, how long ago, how much free space we have, what's on the sonar still. I just know where I'm going and like to cruise in the no HUD zone. Come on, 3 fish on a line, 3 fish on a line. There we go. Looks like 3 swordfish too. Be a tuna fish? Maybe not. Didn't get a good look at it. Nah, no, it's not. That's alright, we're fishing for swordfish anyway. Looks like 1 tuna fish and 2 swordfish. The second one coming up will be a tuna fish. Now, if you watch the graphics real quick, it picks it up, see how it sticks out to the side out here? It'll always be a tuna fish when it's sticking out to the side. Whereas the swordfish will always be turned sideways like this and get pulled on. So you can actually sit back at this range and just watch from here and know what you're getting without actually looking to see. I'm going to check their stamina here in a minute. What am I supposed to do right now? Oh yeah, they're still fine. Plenty of stamina left. He's done cooking. He has 4 meals cooked. Good. So, yeah, we can cruise right along. Yeah, 2 swordfish, which I am perfectly fine with. If I could have two fish across each one, that's 80 fish when I get to the end of it. So the average fish is 200 kilograms, probably higher than that, but let's say just 200 kilograms for easeability. Times 80 fish, that's 16,000 kilograms at $35 a kilogram. So, you know, you're looking at I don't know, my brain's not working. 16,000 times 35 would be $560,000 off of one load. When we only have 85,000, so we'll be able to pay off that loan in no time. Like 2 trips out here and loan's paid off. In fact, what line are we at? We're coming up on we just picked up 14, so we're at 6,300 kilograms right now. That's not bad. Swordfish, swordfish. Once we find a good spot for tuna fish, we'll actually bait up for tuna fish and go out and try to get a full load of tuna fish, like 80 to 90 tuna fish at a time, and you know, get $45 a kilogram for those. And they usually run a little heavier too, so you're looking probably to have like 800-900 off of 3 fish, where you're getting 500-600. There's one tuna fish there too. That might be one also. Yep, I got two tuna fish on this one. But yeah, if we look at the previous ones on the catch, two swordfish, 450, so that's $2.25 a piece. 2 swordfish, $2.30 a piece. 2 swordfish, $3.30 a piece. 1 swordfish for $300. This one here, we had the tuna fish, which is $3.30, and 2, which is $2.60 a piece. So with all that, you'll see here in a second how much this one's going to be worth. So that's 2 tuna fish that are 1 good, 1 okay, and then the swordfish is good, and we have, come on, 1,029 kilograms on that one. So those 2 tuna fish were, you know, $3.45 a piece and $3.38 on the swordfish. Now we're up to almost 7,800 kilograms. It'd be nice if we could get in the next 5 lines another 2,217 kilograms. Put us to 10,000 for the 20 lines, and then we'll have, you know, approximately there 10,000 for the next 20 lines. So we'll have, you know, right around 20,000 pounds for the boat, which would be good. Which means we'll be closer to the $700,000 range. And maybe a trip and a half instead of 2 trips to pay off the loans. And we still have plenty of fish down here, so we can come right back to the same spot. In fact, I should probably put a mark out here, swordfish, so that we go right across that line again. Another 2 tuna fish and a swordfish. Now you're probably wondering how I know that, right? Because back here, I can't get to the right angle. They're turned a different direction. Those are actually swordfish. Wow. Normally the fish are turned a different direction when they're a different type. So that actually was 3 swordfish. I'll try to show you on this next line when we pick it up here. I'll come up to it a little slower. But watch when they come into this area here. And those are all swordfish. Usually one will be turned the opposite direction, and that'll be the tuna. Got 2 more to go. I need about another 700 pounds. Swordfish, swordfish. Because we're at 93.50 right now, so 650 pounds between these 2 fish and those 2 fish. We're at 10,000 pounds for the first 20 lines. And this one gave us 376, so we need 275 pounds off this one. Fish, all swords. So we're going to be well over the, we need a repair guy, we got 1% damage. So let's put Victor on repairing. I don't know what Victor's skill set is. He has 2 on repair. Derek's got 4 on repair, but we need to build everything up on all of them, so we'll just go with that. Alright, third fish, and we got a total of 746, so we're at 10,472 kilograms, and we can hold 40,000 on this boat. Now you can go out with 2 long lines. I did this earlier on a different save, and I put two 5,000 hook long lines out, which are 2 500-meter lines, and I had a little over 12,000 kilos on the first one, and 17,000 kilos or 18,000 kilos on the second one, for a total of 29,000 kilos. I mean, I couldn't have put a third line out and not been over full. The problem is the prices aren't as good, so you're gonna fish faster. But if you look here, cod's 523, haddock's 416, mackerel, which we're really not going to be doing any fishing of that unless we have a trawler, is 212, pollock 511 or 517, sorry, redfish 402, and silver hake 428, 29. Whereas the swordfish and tunas are in the $30 range, and that's just in one spot. So if we go to a different one, it might be, you know, higher there. We got higher tuna, but we also have higher on a couple of these items here too. So it just kind of depends on the you know, cod 673 here, tuna 4528. So you definitely want to make sure and keep an eye on each fish species in demand in this certain areas, because, you know, like mackerel, $2 a kilo here when it was $2.21 in Yarmouth. I mean, 21 cents a kilogram is not that much unless you're talking about, you know, 100,000 pounds, or 38 cents as the case may be. So you do need to make sure and keep an eye on that stuff. Perfect, finally, we got another perfect, yay. On the swordfish, another swordfish coming up. Yeah, 300 pounds, or 300 kilos a piece, so, you know, what is it, 2.2 pounds, so we're looking at 12. Let's just call it 12. Probably closer to 1,300 pounds for 2 fish. And granted, this is a little bit slower. Parts of it are a little boring. It's kind of a grindy game, but I mean, if you want to do, there's like so many different types of fishing you can do. I mean, there's snow crab, there's lobster fishing, there's trawling, there's long lining, there's netting, there's deep lining, there's harpooning. I mean, if you can find it, you can do it. So this one's turned around right here. That's a tuna fish. That's what I was talking about before. So this one will be a swordfish. The last one will be a tuna fish. That guy right there. That one right there. Tuna fish. And of course he sticks out to the side, doesn't get turned. Our stack keeps getting bigger. What's really awesome is when you have like 30,000 pounds on there, and there's like 3 or 4 stacks sitting up here. It's kind of cool looking. So yeah, you can also change the name of the boat. You can paint the boats for free. Another tuna fish right there, and 2 swordfish. So I mean, you can paint it doesn't paint this part here, I don't believe, but it paints the bottom part here, and then you can change the back name. So, you know, if you're gaming, like I could put JCGaming back here. sword slaughter or swordfish slaughter, or something. Tuna killer. There's a boat. It's called the Lenora, I believe it is. Lenore. Lenora. Super slow. Super slow. But I was watching a guy do a video on that, and he changed the boat's name to slow-mo, for slow motion. Alright, so let's see, how many fish do we have? We have 52 swordfish and 5 tuna right now. And we're creeping up on about 14,000 pounds. With 13, well, including this, 14 lines left to go. Tuna fish and 2 sword. And I'm probably gonna, because we have what 1,400 kilograms of tuna and 12,000 kilograms of swordfish. We're gonna go with the swordfish price if we can, especially when we have 3 more swords coming in. And if we can get an average of, I don't know, probably 2.5 swords through the rest of the line, that'll be 12 times, let's say 500. Another 6,000 pounds, maybe 7,000 if we're lucky. Putting us around the 22,000 range, which is pretty good for the first time taking this boat out. I've done some nice, perfect. I've done some trawling here in this game, and it is definitely not the same as fishing Barents Sea. I mean, nowhere close. With trawling in this one, you'll actually snap your trawl lines, and your trawl bag will end up on the bottom of the ocean. So you have to go back to port, get a new trawl line, new bag, new net, everything, and then which is like $100,000 a piece. Or something. I don't remember the exact number on it, but so you want to start pulling those up when you're at like 40%. You don't want it to stay till 60%. You want to start pulling it up early, because it might fill up further, and when you get up to that 60 to 80%, you'll start breaking lines. I like that number, 60 swordfish. So after 30, we have 63 swordfish and 6 tuna, which is 21 swordfish and 2 tuna per 10. That's not bad. So if everything keeps going, we should be at like 84 swordfish and 8 tuna when we get done. That's not going to cut it though. We need more than 1 fish. Although we did just have a 3, so I mean, averages numbers. 2 stacks now instead of just one. Yeah, there we go. 3 more swordfish. So that'll put us at 67, as long as they don't miss any. Which I actually haven't seen them not pull a fish on, even if they hit miss. They just try again and... Oh, nice. Another perfect. How are these guys doing anyway? Okay, Rudy and Josh. They are up to 4 and 4. It's alright, we can do it. That's fine with us. So we're going to go back into storage. I don't want to look at that. I want to look at this, see how we're doing for... We say we can go back here and put another set of lines out. And probably catch a bunch of tuna too in the same area, because I mean there's been some tuna that are here. I'm going to watch this for a few minutes and see, because we got tuna 1,000 meters behind us, which is enough for 10 lines. So I'm pretty sure this right here is where we're at. Unless we're back over here and it's shooting the sonar out in front of us out here. Just not quite sure on that, because it doesn't really give you a good tutorial for the sonar. I mean, we have, if you go to the wiki, fishing tools, the sonar, here we go. Alright, so A, B, C, E, F, D, okay. Position of fish sonar on the boat. Best time to set fishing gear. Last chance to set fishing gear. Depth of the seaboard. Length of the sonar behind the boat, so guessing A is your boat, so you should be setting right away then. Fish sonar is used to find fish habitats around the map. Fish show up in your sonar from the front of your boat and will show a recorded sonar history over the area that you pass for up to 1,000 meters. Fish species shown on sonar is the type of fish you will catch if you set out your fishing gear. Sonar will not work properly while using fast travel, so use sonar while traveling in real time for best search results. Your sonar will only show fish if your boat are over an area where fish are present. Okay, sometimes you will not see any fish in your sonar, as the fish habitats are constantly in motion around the map. Fish habitats swim in a predefined pattern, some from north to south, some from northwest to southeast, and in some circles all year round. Interesting. So if you can find their pattern, you can sit up ahead of them. Northwest to southeast, so if the fish are here today, then technically speaking they should be like here tomorrow. Okay, this would be northwest, this would be southeast. And that's a history behind us. So there's a swordfish about 75 meters behind us. A tuna fish right underneath our boat. I wonder if it's including the one that we just caught. Interesting, interesting. So there's a lot of tuna fish back there. I think the next time we come out, we're actually going to fish for tuna fish, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to come out here and set just a little bit lower on the map. Not much lower, just a little bit. And see if we can catch some tuna fish. But we got, what, five more lines to pick up? And we're at 18,555 at the moment. Before this set here gets picked up. There's 553 kilograms. fish though. That was 3 fish. That was 3 small ones. What a bummer. Lots and lots of fish in here. This is good. This is good. Good info to have. And it's not just tuna and swordfish too. It's like everything. You got some redfish there. You got some cod there. You got some haddock or whatever that is there. Some more cod down here. Cod. I want to say that those are haddock. Might be silver hake. I don't think they're mackerel. Definitely not pollock though. That could be pollock though. Yeah, that's pollock. That's cod. It's a different type of fish there. That's a good one. 816. So we handled everything. That right there, I believe, is a silver hake. Those are haddock or pollock. Those are haddock. That's a silver hake. That's a pollock. That's a cod. Tuna fish, swordfish. I mean, some of it's so dense together you can't see exactly what it is. We could zoom out. That's a pollock. That would be a haddock, silver hawk, whatever, however it's pronounced. That's nice. 612 pounds, or 612 kilograms there. Nice little wind farm over there in the middle of the water. I'm actually going to travel right out that little, I think it's that rock over there actually, or this one here, one of the two, has a lighthouse on it that you can go to for travel points. Two more fish, and we already crested the 20,000 pound mark, which is what I wanted to be at, was 20,000 for 40 lines. That's an average of what, 500 a piece. That's pretty good. That's like 2.5 fish, depending on the size of the fish. So I'm not sure how long the books hold your catches. Those are both swordfish too. But again, you can go back here to your logbook and all your catches will be in here. Again, actually, I don't know how far back it goes. That was 4 days ago when we caught the swordfish, spearing them. We'll pick up this last one here, and then we'll check the fish prices. Actually, no, we're going to get that waypoint first. Then we'll check the fish prices. Put these guys to rest. They've been working hard. I mean, their stamina's down under half. This guy's got his repair done. So put him back to work, cooking some more meals. We'll use a couple of them up here in a minute. Sword, and sword. So we're going to be 22.4, 22.5 maybe if we're lucky. Get 622 kilograms out of 3 fish. Stack just went up too, I think. No, we did. Alright, so we got 22,680 for kilograms. We're gonna take and put him back over here, put him back over here, Give them both a meal so they can start working on their stamina. Let him keep working so he can work on his cooking skill. And then we're going to fast travel to right there. Which I believe is a lighthouse. Same thing, Sea Island. It's a waypoint. And then we're going to check finances. Fish prices, we have mainly swordfish. So right now Yarmouth is 32.44. Ludenberg is 25. Lockport is 25. Dennis Point is 31.84. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to Yarmouth. Makes the most sense. So as I said before, you're gonna use 1.5 times the fuel. So if it takes you 100 gallons to travel here normally, it's gonna take you 150 gallons or liters by fast traveling. It's like a teleportation thing. You just boom, you're there. So we're gonna go in here. Now, if you wanted to cheat the system and not pay your workers, which I've never done, but I saw somebody else do it, you can go here, take your crew that are on board, rest them at the crew house, right, and then go sell your catch. Which means they wouldn't have this amount of money taken out, but it's such a small amount of money compared to what you're getting, it just doesn't make sense to me to do that. Alright, so we just made $700,000. We're going to go to the bank and we're going to pay off a couple of loans. Not all of them, just a couple of them. So we're going to get, because we're $990 in debt, and I want to save a little bit of money for fuel and for bait. So we're going to go probably to right there, because I don't know how much fuel we need. Let me, after I check the fuel, we might pay off another one. Yeah, we're only 2,500 for fuel, so that's not bad. Repair hull, boat is undamaged, and then we'll go over here to bait. And we're gonna bait up this time with herring. Go after tuna fish. So we're just gonna click this and just go spam crazy. If you watch over here, you'll see them start coming down here in a second. That's when you start slowing down. So you 1, 2, 3, they're all baited, 40 lines. So we still have 130,000. So we are going to pay one more loan. Let's check the bar real quick too for tips. Swordfish from a week ago. Yeah, might as well, it's free. They're all free, in fact. And then pay one more loan, so we have like $20,000 left. And we could borrow more if we wanted to, but what's the point? We'll make that money back here in a little bit. Alright, so that's going to be it for this one. I will probably stream this again maybe a little later tonight or tomorrow. And then I believe Friday is going to be American Truck Simulator or Farming Simulator, one of the two, with Jekyll and Rob. So until then, have a good one.